Today I want to show you one of the best ways to engage your core during all different kinds of exercises. I try to stay away from all crunches and things that are out there. I just want you to feel what it means to engage the core so you can engage it in whatever activities of your daily life you're doing. Yes, during exercise, but also just like, I don't know, while brushing your teeth, while waiting for the elevator, I don't know, whatever you do, we should be aware of our core, which doesn't mean we should suck it in and stop breathing, but we just should sometimes feel it, engage it, and the more we do it, the more natural will it be engaged just naturally. Great sentence. Okay, anyway, let's get started. Obviously more a person of movement than of speech. So we start being down on the ground and we start with rocking. Rocking helps you just feel the lower belly. It pulls your pubic bone towards your chest and releases. So this as many times as it needs. So you feel, oh, now I can feel it. Now it's engaged. You keep your back down. You can even use your hands. Poke them in your belly. You feel, especially down towards your pubic bone, you're really strong. Distance, no gap between back and lumbar spine. You bring one knee up and then keep this knee up and bring the other leg up. That's already a challenge. Don't bring it up. Then we just alternate one leg up, other leg up. If you say, oh, that's too easy. Yes, I feel it, but I could do this for at least an hour. Then that's too easy. One up, stays up, other one comes up. Then this is your beginning of the movement, okay? You start from down there, push your back down, think you want to push your knees to the ceiling, and we alternate. One leg slowly goes down, bring it up. And I want it slowly, because only then you can feel if your lumbar spine loses contact to the ground. Because naturally, with your leg going down, it wants to pull the pelvic into an arch, or wants to pull the pelvic with it and then results in an arch. So not moving your hip means a lot of core work. Okay, if it's even this one, you say, with my bent knees, I can do this again for an hour. Then that is too easy. Then extend your leg more towards the end of the mat. But you see, level gets bigger or longer, harder. So leg is out. It really wants to pull your lumbar spine away from the ground, but you resist. If you can do this, please do that. If you feel like, oh, as soon as I have my foot out there, I arch, please keep on bending it. It's enough of a challenge. Only extend your leg as much as you can without losing connection of the mat. Okay, so go here. Easiest progression. The harder you want to be, the more you stretch out your leg. Little thing to remember, don't bring the knee towards your chest. It stops top of your hip. Okay, doesn't come in here, it would make it easier. Stops on top of your hip. Okay, good. You should be able to do 10 each side, and it should be a bit of a challenge. You know, if it's too easy, find the next progression so that you can do 10. Okay, so when you feel, oh, your belly worked hard, to give your belly a rest, we go into glute bridges. Because both the exercise before and this now strengthens the belt, the muscle belt around your mid, which helps you for a strong back. Good. You see, I keep my rib cage or my shoulder blades on the ground. I mean, rib cage down, shoulder blades on the ground. So again, I squeeze my glutes and I kind of think I bring my pubic bone towards my chest. Because many times people think they need to really engage their back, and I show it wrong once. Then I see something like this. See, I'm totally overarched. I create a lot of pressure in my back. Yes, the back is working, but not in a good way. It cramps up, okay? So keep your rib cage down. Glutes are working, maybe hamstrings, but not your back. I mean, yes, it's working, but not like cramping up, okay? Rib cage stays down. You squeeze out of your glutes. Okay, after you have done this for 10, 15 times, then I guess your belly should be recovered. We can move on. Okay, same again. Back pushes down, knee comes up, we keep the tension, we go up. So this time we combine arms and legs. Okay, Because when arms come up, our upper core needs to work hard not to lift. Because again, we want to lift the rib cage. We keep the rib cage down. So you feel up there, it's working hard. Okay? So obviously only arms would be too easy because arms are light. So you could use a weight, which makes it harder, or we can work from both sides. So arms go down, one foot goes down. Okay, and it's the same progression with the legs as we just did. You feel I can keep my rib cage and my hip together. My back is not lifting off the ground. With bent knees, could do it for an hour. So you gradually try out how far you can go out. How far your foot can go to the end of the mat without losing connection between back and mat. And I'm not even watching because it's a recording. So I have no desire that you do that if you can't keep your back down. The opposite, that's when you hurt your back. Be honest to yourself. No one is watching, it's your exercise. Okay, feel what progression you can do, nice and slow. Almost touch the ground, even stop there for a second if you need to feel it better. This is super strong because I'm not letting go of my back off the mat. Okay, beautiful. You've done this a few times. Good. Again, we do one more glute bridge to relax the calf of the back, the front. So, okay, but this time, that was boring. We did this before. We want to do a little glute bridge. Okay, we want to do a little glute bridge. A little squeeze, extra squeeze. So I come up, I release a bit, squeeze one more time, glutes, down. Up, little extra squeeze, down. Up, extra squeeze, down. Okay? Again, movement comes out of your glutes. Your pubic bone wants to come to the chest. You're not arching. We want to come up. Okay. Good. This should give you a good feeling about keeping this front and back both aligned. Okay. Come up, holding on to your legs. So now we do the same thing we just learned. We can project it to the wall. Okay, let's do a wall sit. Good. Your feet are not too far out, so they should be, or not too far back, sorry. They should be right underneath your knees. And again, how low you go, that's your exercise. The lower you go, obviously, the more work it is. Shoulders should be staying on the wall. And now we do the same as we just did on the ground. We do a few rockings. I call them rocking, and Pilates, I think they call this imprint. Whatever image helps you, okay? So you pull your pubic bone up, push back to the ground, or to the wall. Back stays on the wall. You feel this is connected, okay? Hard to move the legs now as we did on the ground. This time we do the arms. Lift your arms up, see if you can bring them all the way up. Yes, I can bring them up, but can you also bring them up without losing connection? Keep your back on the wall, bring them back down. Give yourself a super long neck while your back stays on the wall and down. Okay, basically I'm just bringing my arms up and down without lifting my rib cage. I keep my back straight on the wall. 5, 4, 3. Long neck, shoulders should want to creep up to your ears, but don't let them up. 2. Last one. Stay there for a second. Check. Yeah, they're still strong. Back is still there. Legs working hard. Oh no, not working. Sorry, I was too high up. Oh, that feels better. Okay, next time we will do this. And up. And down. Good. That's the next progression. Just to get the same engagement upright. Because unfortunately in our life, we spend more time upright than lying down. Okay, now what we just learned, we put into a squat. Okay, which means when we're upright, that's not upright. We just learned we need to keep our belly engaged, shoulders are broad. It's okay to have a curve there. We're naturally born with a curve, but that's not upright. We got taught this many times. That's not upright. It just creates pressure in your back. Belly is strong, shoulders broad. Okay, so we start with squats. Feet hip width apart. Sit far back. Think you have a tiny chair behind you. You want to sit down and you slowly come back up. You want to sit down, toes are relaxed, shoulders are broad, and you come back down. Up, sorry. Sit there. Feel, am I super arching? Then again, you create pressure here. But I will engage my lower belly a bit. Oh, I have a straight back. My back is not hurting. It's working a bit, but not cramping. And I come back up. Check. Toes are relaxed. Belly's engaged. Back is strong and long. And I come back up. Good. Being down, I have under control. When I'm up, where do I stop? Do I stop here? No, I stop when I'm tall. I sit back, up, belly is strong. I sit back, I come up, my belly is strong. And you see, strong doesn't mean I'm doing this. Strong means shoulders are up, the same as we did on the wall. Okay, lower belly is engaged. Crown of your head pushes out. And free. 2. And last one. Good, stay there. And you see, you're nice and tall, belly engaged. Good. I know, why do I talk so much? Not to annoy you or fill those 10 minutes video. This should be the little voice in your head all the time, okay? If you work out or if you sit, always think, oh, wait, is something working too hard? Is something not working at all? Because if I'm upright here, nothing is really working. I have a little bit engagement in my lower belly, but to be honest, nothing is working. If I'm here, oh, a lot of things are working. My neck, my back, everything. That's hard work standing here. I mean, this feels good for a moment, but eventually it doesn't feel good either. So find the perfect center, belly engaged. No muscle is really working, okay? So let's go into a lunge. Last thing we do is a lunge, then we have covered all the basic moves. Start with your left leg back. I show from the side. Go with the lunge, heel is far back, and we just glide up and down. Good. You see, I never let the tension go fully in my front leg. It always stays engaged, so I'm not locking. I glide up and down. I love it with my door behind me. You can really see I'm gliding parallel up and down my door. My back knee goes straight down. Good. So also you see here, I'm slightly bent forward, but not much. And we start moving again, rocking. Rocking is always a good start to feel where your back should be engaged. Okay, we stop. Here, you can almost feel a stretch. If you're super tight in your hamstrings, you can almost feel a stretch here, but definitely can feel your belly engaged. Shoulders are broad. This is a tiny bit moving, but not much. Very good. Okay, keep this. And again, glide a few times up and down. If it's too much for your legs, just do smaller glidings. But feel, no need to move here. Okay, we stay there. Same as we always realize, as soon as we lift arms, it gets harder because we want to lift rib cage, but we don't because we have a strong core that keeps rib cage down. Okay, we just pull the arms a few times back. It's great because we rarely use the whole range of motions of our shoulders. That's why we have those frozen shoulders. Good, but you see my arms are moving, but I'm not moving my back or my torso because strong muscles are here. Good, beautiful. Last thing we do, you just glide down and come up. Use this as a movement. We sit back and up. And you feel, if this is strong, I'm not wiggling right and left. I go totally controlled. Up and down. Nice. Neck stays long. Belly stays engaged. Nice, slow speed. And last one. Very nice. Good. But you're not unbalanced. Other leg goes back. Stroke from the other side. Shoulders broad. We just glide up and down. Just to slowly start into it. Back heel really far away from the ground. Belly is engaged. Shoulders broad. Nice. Good. We stay down. Do a few hip moves. I know it's not so easy in the beginning to learn to move all body parts independently. Yes, we can move a bit forward. We can move hip. Shoulders don't need to do anything. Comes from your lumbar spine and from your strong belly. You keep it strong. One more time. Glide up and down. See how solid you feel if this is engaged. If I'm here, it's really hard to not wiggle all directions. If I'm engaged, excellent, good. Engagement stays. Think someone comes and wants to punch or tickle you, wouldn't make any difference. Arms come up, stay strong. You pulse them back without lifting ribcage. Ribcage stays down. Belly stays strong, movement just comes out of your shoulders. Nice, 3, 2, last one, good. We glide down, we come in, glide down, in. This distance stays the same, distance between ribcage and hips stay the same. Nice. We finish with another 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Excellent. Good, beautiful. Good. Very last thing, and I'm lying obviously last thing, and it comes one more. Very last thing, just again, it gives you again a good idea of what is upright, how to find this if no one tells you when you're upright. Okay, so we go again, back in a squat. Remember, lower belly was slowly engaged. We come up, we keep this engaged. We bring arms up and go all the way up on our toes. You see, if I'm totally aligned, this is no effort. If I go any other direction, I start wobbling. Okay, I sit back, come up, engage my core, engage my glutes a bit, and then I'm up there. Okay, that's a good morning wake up. First, you're in your bed, you just do a few rockings, and then just say hello to the day. Makes you long, opens your shoulders, and it helps you to find the right amount of tension you need to be in there. Good, last one. Beautiful. And good, this should hopefully give you a good idea how to be strong during your day. Have fun.